Greetings and welcome to my coin collection. Today's coins are a set that was released in Australia in 2007 to celebrate the year of the Surf Lifesaver. The theme was chosen because it was 100 years since February 1907 when a dedicated group of young men, most trained in rescue and resuscitation methods by the Royal Lifesaving Society, formed the Bondi Surf Bathers Lifesaving Club, the first in Australia. Other clubs soon appeared, and in October 1907 the body which was the predecessor to Surf Lifesaving Australia came into existence. Surf Lifesavers, both paid and volunteer, are responsible for maintaining safety at Australia's beaches and are an iconic part of Australian coastal life. By 2007, well over 500,000 lives had been saved in the intervening years. The pictures here on the packaging show the blue skies, swimming caps, flags, young men and surf that so many associate with the beach in Australia. Decimal currency was introduced in Australia on the 14th of February 1966, originally featuring 6 coins in the denominations of 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 and 50 cents. In the first year of production they were minted at both the Royal Mint in London, as it was at the time, and the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. In all succeeding years, barring 1981, the minting has taken place solely in Canberra. In 1981, minting also took place at the Royal Mint, now based in Wales, and the Royal Canadian Mint in Winnipeg, Canada, because of industrial action impacting production in Canberra. Unfortunately, there were no distinguishing marks on the coins to designate at which mint they were produced. However, there are slight variations on some of the coins, such as the 3.5-clawed platypus 20-cent coin from 1981, that give away that they were minted elsewhere. On the 14th of May 1984, the $1 coin was introduced. This was followed by the $2 on the 20th of June 1988. It was felt that coins would last longer than the banknotes, which are in high circulation. In 1992, the 1 and 2 cent coins were withdrawn from circulation. Inflation had reduced their value and the high cost of bronze made producing them economically unviable. However, they are still legal tender up to the value of 20 cents. After removal from circulation, some of the coins were melted down to make bronze medals for the 2000 Summer Olympics in Sydney, Australia. The 5-cent coin is currently the lowest denomination circulating coin. There have been suggestions that it should also be withdrawn, particularly back in the year these coins were produced. In May of 2007, the high market value of copper and nickel meant that the bullion value of the 5-cent coin was about 6.5 cents. The reverse of the coin features an echidna, designed and sculpted by Stuart Devlin, who designed the reverses of all the original decimal coins. Echidnas are named for a half-woman, half-snake from Greek mythology, because the animal was thought to have qualities of both mammals and reptiles. Although they look similar to hedgehogs and anteaters, and are sometimes called spiny anteaters, they are actually monotremes, a species of mammal that lays eggs. There are 4 species of echidnas spread across Australia and New Guinea. Like the 5-cent coin, the original reverse design of the 10-cent coin has not changed. This is a male superb lyrebird, which is an Australian songbird, one of the world's largest songbirds, and is renowned for being able to mimic other sounds, as well as its elaborate tail and courtship displays, which are hinted at on the coin. The species is endemic to Australia and is found in forests in the southeast of the country. David Attenborough said that the superb lyrebird displayed the most elaborate, the most complex, and the most beautiful voice skills in the animal kingdom. Unlike the 5 and 10 cent coins, the design on the 20 cent coin does change occasionally for commemorative coins, as it has here. As I mentioned, the standard version of the coin features a Stuart Devlin designed platypus, along with the echidna, the only other monotreme or egg-laying mammal. However, 2007 saw the 20 cent variant featuring a female surf lifesaver working a line. Adapting a slightly earlier version, members of the Tamarama, which is a suburb of Sydney, Surf Lifesaving Club in 1908 developed an 8mm cotton line coated in beeswax with an attached belt or harness connected to a reel which was readily portable and able to be carried to rescues. If someone got in trouble out in the water, a lifesaver would swim out with a harness while lifesavers back on the beach would work the line over their heads, like this, to try and avoid getting caught on obstacles. Once the lifesaver reached the target, they could then attach the harness, and those back on the beach could use the wheel to bring them back in. This is fundamentally the same design still used today. However, rescue boards and inflatable rescue boats offer greater ease and speed in surf conditions, so the line is more often used in surf lifesaving competitions now. As the largest Australian coin, the 50-cent coin is also frequently used for commemorative designs. However, this year has the original Stuart Devlin design featuring the Commonwealth of Australia coat of arms. In 1966 and 67, the coin was made from 80% silver. However, as the silver price rose above the face value of the coin, the Mint suspended striking of the coin in March 1968. At the time, the coin was round, and there had been some confusion as well between the sizes of the 50 and 20-cent coins. When the coin was reintroduced into circulation in September 1969, it was made of copper nickel and 12-sided, a dodecagon. The current version of the coat of arms dates from 1912 when it was authorised by King George V. It features a kangaroo and an emu, either side of a shield featuring symbols of Australia's 6 states. Above the shield is a 7-point star known as the Commonwealth Star, although some people also call it the Federation Star. 6 points of the star represent the 6 original states of the Commonwealth of Australia, while the 7th point represents the territories and any other future states of Australia. The background is a stylised version of the Australian wattle. Although it was not one of the original decimal coins, the $1 also features a design by Stuart Devlin. This one featuring 5 kangaroos, known as the Mob of Roos. In 2007, the circulating $1 coin was a commemorative version of the coin produced to celebrate Australia's hosting of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum, or APEC. Alongside this, there were 12 other distinct $1 designs released that year, most of them only in specific sets. This Mob of Roos version in the commemorative set had a mintage of only 66,641. The final coin, the $2, also regularly features commemorative designs. However, this is the original and standard version of the coin. It depicts an Aboriginal elder, a Warlpiri and Matjeri man of the Northern Territory of Australia, inspired by an Ainsley Roberts drawing of Goya Jungarai, or Jungarai, known as One Pound Jimmy. He was one of the only survivors of one of the last recognised massacres of Aboriginal people by the British, the 1928 Coniston Massacre in Central Australia. He was also the first Aboriginal person to feature on an Australian stamp. However, the design is not intended to depict any person in particular. The design also incorporates the Southern Cross and native grass trees. This is the only standard version of an Australian decimal coin not designed by Stuart Devlin. Its designer was Horst Hahner, an Australian sculptor, medallist and designer who was born in Frankfurt am Main, here in Germany, where I currently live. The obverse side of these coins features the portrait of the Queen by Ian Rank Broadley, known as the Fourth Portrait, which had also been used on British currency since 1998. Australian decimal currency has only ever had the current Queen on the obverse. Unlike other decimal denominations, 5 different portraits of the Queen have been used on 50-cent coins. A unique effigy by Vladimir Gottwald was used for the 2000 Royal Visit commemorative 50-cent piece. This is the only Australian decimal coin to have an obverse designed by an Australian, and to have a portrait of the Queen, which is not also used on British currency. It's been fun going back and looking at these coins again. In some ways, it feels like I'm revisiting my homeland. I hope you've enjoyed looking at them with me.